What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're covering the Russian Grand Prix, round number 4 of Season 3 of F1 2016 Career Mode. Coming into this race, this is usually a stronger track for players running up against the AI, so hopefully we can continue our streak of points that we've built up over the Bahrain Grand Prix and also the previous race in China, where we almost took away a race win. We just got a little bit unlucky in that one. But coming into this race, we've just got to continue what we've been doing so far. You know, putting in our absolute best foot forward, trying to accumulate as many championship points and also resource points, because we're very, very close to getting another substantial upgrade either in the engine department or weight reduction department. But as you can see there, that's the results for Friday practice 1. 22nd place. We only did the tyre wear test, so not a true reflection of our pace, but at the moment it's a little bit sketchy.
Welcome F1 fans, where qualifying will be starting in the next few minutes as the teams prepare to get out on track at the Sochi Autodrome here in Russia.
Right, it's not going to be easy getting into the next qualifying session, but we know you'll give it your all.
Yeah, you can always count on me giving it my absolute best in qualifying. In the previous episode in China, we managed to just sneak through qualifying 1, just progress out of qualifying 2 and into Q3, and then find a further 2 spots to get ourselves into 8th place. Hopefully today we can gradually improve our pace and our confidence to just unlock a little bit of pace as the weekend goes on. First lap in qualifying, done and dusted. It puts us in 13th place with a 1 minute 38. No, it's actually a 1 minute 36.8. So it puts us in 20th place at the moment. So I decided to go out again and actually use the same set of tyres we used at the start of the session, because you know, Russia is a very low tyre deg circuit. You could probably get away with running the same set of tyres again. I only needed to find about 4 tenths to improve to get out of the danger zone. So I'm going to back myself here to find that time within myself to do that. So you can see we're about 3-4 tenths up at the moment through this left-right chicane, kind of. I missed the apex there a little bit for the first left-hander and lost myself about 2 tenths there. So we're getting very, very close to the bubble here. Only 2 tenths up, 1.5 tenths up as we come through the final corner. We just haven't found enough time here, and now we're out of qualifying 1 for the Russian Grand Prix. There's not enough time for us to set another lap. I'm out of fuel now, so that's me done and dusted for the session. I decided to park myself off in the corner to just think about what I've done. I've essentially thrown away a lot of grid position there, trying to make myself more of a threat in qualifying 2, but I put my grid position in qualifying 1 at risk, and unfortunately, when it mattered, I just couldn't get enough out of the car there. And as you can see there, Roman Grosjean was actually disqualified for parking or illegal blocking, apparently. So that's quite a severe penalty to get for illegal blocking in qualifying. He must have been very, very bad with his positioning of his car. But that's qualifying over. It's time for the race.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015.
Coming off the back of 2 points finishes in both Bahrain and in China, can we continue that and make that a 3rd points finish here in Russia? We'll have to wait and see. The race strategy, it looks like it's a one-stop, as always, starting on the super soft tyres and then finishing the race on the soft compound tyres. It's going to be a tough one because there's no strategy. We've actually been touched there by Jenson Button on the formation lap, and yeah, we got kind of sat out or disqualified from the formation lap. So that's a first for me in a very long time. So yeah, here we go, ready for the start of the Russian Grand Prix. 5 red light from 19th place on the grid. We've got an almighty task ahead of us to finish inside the points in this Grand Prix. Heading into turn 1, you can see Rosberg is trying to make a good race of things. He is way down the order in that Mercedes. Either way, into turn 1, we dive bomb a couple cars going up the inside of Daniel Kvyat there. Couldn't quite get the track position over him, and as we run through this very fast left-hander, if you can just take it flat and follow cars very closely, you can pick up a couple positions heading into this right-hander, which we managed to do up the inside of both Kvyat and also Valtteri Bottas. That is now 13th place, and we're very close to the points already. So if you can be aggressive off the starts of these F1 2016 races, you can really capitalize as we go the inside of Massa now, and also Carlos Sainz. I was not anticipating getting in front of him as well, but he was going very slow in traffic, and we capitalize. Lap 2 up the inside of Magnussen now in the Renault, which is a car that isn't too much faster than us, so we were able to get in front of him fairly easily, and now we are in the points at the end of lap 2. So that's pretty much the perfect start. I couldn't have asked for much better than that, and now we're just trying to desperately get in the slipstream, get within DRS range of the guys in front of us, who include Raikkonen, Hamilton, and also, I can't tell just yet, maybe if we get closer, it might be a Force India. It is Nico Hülkenberg. So these cars are much quicker than us. We've just got to stay with them if we can. But at the moment, the way that they're battling, they are losing a lot of time to not only myself, but the cars behind. So I've got to kind of weigh this up, whether I should go up the inside of Hamilton here. I decided to sit back for the moment, but Raikkonen and Hülkenberg are still battling away, like you can see. They're giving up, like, I don't know, almost half a second whenever they go side by side through any particular corner, and they're still doing it here as we head on to lap 6. The pack behind us is closing in, and so at this point it gets really jumbled up here, and I'm like, nah, we've got to get in front of these guys. We're losing valuable time to the leaders here, so I've just got to make my move and put these guys in my rear vision mirror because we're losing so much time. Hamilton, very slow on the exit, and I think I might be able to get Raikkonen and Hülkenberg as well as we head into the next right-hander. There's contact between myself and Raikkonen there. I kind of barged my way through there. Raikkonen didn't leave too much space. I got tangled up in the braking approach to that corner and kind of got dragged into the side pod of Kimi Raikkonen there, which was a little bit unfortunate. But the very next lap, Raikkonen has got past me again round the outside. I have DRS for some reason. Don't know how that happened, but I will definitely take it into turn 1. Actually, turn 2. That's the first real corner. I kind of get it confused for turn 1 a lot, but we carry on to the end of lap 7, and Raikkonen very fast in the straight line, DRS and slipstream to boot as well. That's P7 for him once again, and this could be a race-long battle between myself, Hamilton, and Hülkenberg, plus whoever joins onto the back of the queue as well behind us, including the guys like Kevin Magnussen. But I decided to let Raikkonen go through. I was hoping that, you know, by letting him go through, I could tag onto the back of his slipstream and DRS and kind of let him drag me closer to the leaders. But unfortunately, that plan, it didn't work. We didn't quite have the car pace to stay within, you know, touching distance of Raikkonen, and now he's broken about a 2-second lead over us at the moment. So he's left us to battle away with not only Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Jenson Button, all those guys, and it's going to be a very, very tough race to finish inside the points, because you can visually see we don't have the pace to match the likes of the Mercedes, the Williams, even the McLarens. It's a very depressing race, and it all started with qualifying as we got hit up the arse by Ricciardo there, who has actually made his pit stop on the previous lap. I didn't see that on the screen there, but it actually did happen on the previous lap. So the race leaders, including Verstappen and Ricciardo, already made their stops. Verstappen has rejoined in front of this queue, so he is possibly going to win this race by an absolute mile, because Ricciardo has been held up in this traffic and has lost about, I don't know, at least 5 seconds to his teammate already. So we carry on to lap 10. I'm still trying to keep Ricciardo behind me, but he just goes clean round the outside through that left-hander and takes position 4. Absolutely nothing I could do. The Red Bull is just so good in every facet of performance on, like, in terms of F1 cars. It's just unbelievable. They're, you know, the benchmark car in terms of straight line speed, you know, grip, chassis weight, everything. So there's absolutely no chance I can keep Ricciardo behind, who has got fresher tyres, by the way. So I think it's pretty much a lost cause to try and battle away with him as he goes up the inside. He locked up his left front tyre there, which is not going to do his tyre wear too good. The engineer has just come over the radio telling me that we've lost some engine performance as well, and it's only lap 11 of 27, so we've been very, very harsh on the engine so far. Like, literally just trying to be more racy, trying to keep up with these guys. I've really kind of killed not only my tyres but my engine as well, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But now it's pit stop time, going on to the set of soft compound tyres. What I was doing for those last 2 laps is I was staying just out a little bit longer, trying to run with the pace of some quicker cars and hopefully trying to do like an overcut, because the tyre wear really isn't that harsh around here. I thought maybe if I could run with the leaders and if they drag me along, it might help me later on in the race. But as you can see here, rejoining on the track, we got jumped by Kvyat, we got jumped by Raikkonen and Hamilton as well. So all those guys now are pretty much out of touch. So we've got a lot of work to do now to catch up to those guys. We're pretty much banking on a safety car to hopefully save our bacon in this race. But at the moment, it's not looking good. We're in P15, battling away with both the Renaults, and there's only 13 laps to go. We could be on for our worst result of the season if this keeps up. But we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen as we battle away with Jolyon Palmer once again. Kevin Magnussen pressuring us on the inside there. It's getting very tense. We're definitely playing for keeps at this phase of the Grand Prix. There's absolutely nothing left to deal with in the way of strategy. It's all to play for now. It's all got to be sorted out on track. And we get past Jolyon Palmer once again thanks to a bit of DRS, a bit of slipstream, and some Rick's mixture as well. So P13, one of the Toro Rossos made their pit stops. Team radio.
Bottas is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 4.5 seconds. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap.
Alright, thank you for that, Jeff. Enough of that. We got to get on with the racing again because Jolyon Palmer is going up our inside here into the braking zone. The engineer has absolutely no sense of when to talk correctly, but we've run into the side of Jolyon Palmer there, I think, or it might have been actually Magnussen, as he ran really deep into the corner and just left me absolutely no space to squeeze around the outside there. Unfortunately, we've lost a bit of our side pod, and that's going to hamper our performance by at least a second a lap. It's going to make a huge difference as we go through that a lot of the fast and medium speed corners, which Russia has a lot of in the middle sector. So we're going to be limping home here with half a front wing, trying to hold on to as many of these positions as we can. It's not going to matter overall because we're not going to score points today. We're in P16, battling away with Nico Hulkenberg in the 3rd quickest car. I don't know what he's doing down the order where I am, but penultimate lap, we're battling away with Felipe Massa as we try and go around the outside. Went in as deep as you like, as deep as you dare. And we just managed to hang on to that position. And now we're getting overtaken by a Sauber of all cars. I never thought I'd be saying that in this career mode. Such is the the low levels we've sunk to in this Grand Prix. This has probably been one of my worst drives. So we definitely got to really patch things up before we head off to the next race in Spain. So Max Verstappen wins the Russian Grand Prix. We're almost lapped in that Grand Prix. So good to see that we actually keep on the lead lap, but we're still battling away here, trying to fight for P16 in this Grand Prix. We're going around the outside of Massa there as we did the over and under. You'll see on the replay here, Massa just really dives into turn 2 here. And I decided to go in, slow in, fast out, and just managed to go around the outside here and stay within the limits of the track there before he cut me off. And we moved back into P16 with only a sector to go in this race now. We've got to maximize this exit here. Rich revs. I've saved up all the rest of my fuel to try and defend from Massa here as he goes up my inside. No, there's a yellow flag because Marcus Ericsson has had an engine failure, and so that's protected my position from being stolen away from me there as Ericsson has pulled off to the side. Engine retirement with only a few corners to go. He'd be devastated, but I guess he can't be too disheartened by that he's not going to score any points anyway. But either way, we're going to hang on to P16 only just. I wish that failure from Marcus Ericsson maybe would have came a few laps earlier. Could have really saved our race with a safety car. But across the line for our worst race of the season, that was dreadful.
Nice work, you did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
Oh man, I really don't think the boss is going to be too happy with a P16 result, but that's what you get with a low team. You have very, very low expectations placed upon you when you come to some of these races. That's been the Russian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen won by an absolute mile, like I predicted. After Ricciardo got held up in the midfield traffic, there was absolutely no hope for him unless there was a safety car. That's what we were hoping for too. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get one, and we were left to fight off a very desperate pack behind us with half a front wing. It was really damage limitation. I made the wrong call in terms of strategy as well with staying out a little bit too long and of course the lack of car pace didn't help things either. But looking to a more positive note, we have 1,000 resource points, or 1,100 resource points to spend, and we're going to put all of those towards reducing the chassis weight, and that's definitely going to come in handy for every single track that you come to on the F1 games, especially those higher downforce ones. We got Spain, then Monaco, so I'm looking forward to some better results hopefully in the upcoming races. So that's been this race for today, guys, the Russian Grand Prix. Just a really off day for me, which I'll be hoping to rectify and redeem myself in the next 2 Grand Prix. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, subscribe to see plenty more F1 content. And yeah, I'll see you guys for another video very soon.